But your girl is not from the islands, okay? Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be quite different. So it's going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to be creating this look. So I did something super simple and very easy just because I feel like I was doing a lot of talking. So today's video is going to be also a Q&A. So I'm going to be answering some of your questions. I asked you guys to ask me a few questions on Instagram and on my community tab here on YouTube. So I'll be answering those questions for you guys. So if you're interested, let's get into it.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. Welcome to a YouTube.
Okay, so today's video is a little different. So I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me, and also I'll be answering your questions. I asked you guys on my Instagram stories to ask me a few questions, and also on the YouTube community tab. So make sure you're following me on both platforms. So I'll be answering those questions while doing my makeup. All the products that I'm gonna be using are going to be linked in the description box down below. I'm not gonna be going over the product. I always link all the products that I use in the description box down below. So the first question that I got, and it's also a very common question that I got, is how did I start YouTube? But I started YouTube in 2015. So I started by recording YouTube, like the makeup videos, from my phone, and I was a sophomore in college. But I literally just started on my phone. Like and that was in 2015 when I didn't have a camera. The summer of 2016, I decided to get like a professional camera and actually like started recording videos. Some of those videos I ended up deleting them, which I actually regret today. I wish I didn't delete the videos just because I now realize that it's important to actually see your growth. But yeah, I started recording videos in 2015, and my first video I ever recorded was on my phone, and the quality of the camera was horrible. But yeah, that's when I started YouTube. So the next question is, where do I reside? So I reside in North Carolina, Charlotte. I've lived here for like it's been almost 8 years now. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been almost 8 years. And how can one motivate themselves to publish content, especially as a new YouTuber? Honestly, my biggest motivation for creating content is just the passion. Like for me, I feel like I have a great passion for creating content, especially like makeup videos. So I think that's the biggest motivation. And just also you just seeing a future in, creating content. It definitely has to be something that you do long term, because starting out is really, really hard, and just growing is also really hard. So for me, I feel like if you really have a passion for it and you really, really like it, you get motivated every time to post content. You'll enjoy it. At the same time, it won't feel like it's a job, or it won't feel like it's too much work. So for me, it's a lot of foundation. Okay. So for me, I just feel like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of foundation. So for me, my biggest motivation is seeing a future in what I'm doing. Having goals also is one of the biggest factors for me. I feel like it's really motivating because every time you hit your goals, you're like, okay, I'm getting closer, So I would say, as a new creator, if you're new to creating content on YouTube, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, like just anywhere this relates to any type of content that you're creating, I think you just have to be consistent. Don't give up too easily, Don't do it for the money. Don't do it because, you think like you're going to get rich out of doing it, because some people end up not even like doing it full time, or some people just don't end up being as successful as they think they are. So I would just say, just do it for the passion. Do it for the love that you have for creating that certain content. All right, so the next question is, do you speak any other languages? So I speak English, of course, and I also speak Swahili fluently, but I don't really have much people to speak Swahili with me like every day. So I'm hoping not to lose it. I hope I can still speak it fluently in the next couple of years. And I also speak a little bit of Tree. Kakra. So I'm currently learning Spanish. I took Spanish in 7th grade, but I didn't really learn much when I was taking it in school, but right now I'm currently trying to learn Spanish, and I've been using the platform Skillshare to learn Spanish. So shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I actually knew about Skillshare before they reached out to me and wanted to work together. For those of you guys who don't know about Skillshare, it is a learning community with thousands of online classes. It's really just a place to get inspired and learn new skills. What's great about it is that it's an ad-free platform where they have new premium classes that launch each week, so there's always something new to discover. So they have classes for photography, you can learn art, you can learn about content creation. They also have like different languages you can learn on there, and like I mentioned, I'm currently trying to learn Spanish. So I've been taking the class Spanish for Beginners, and the class is taught by Peter Hanley, and I absolutely love the class. You get to do it at your own time. It's been really helpful and really fun. Y'all, don't be surprised if I come on here one day speaking Spanish, okay? I would highly recommend checking out Skillshare, and you get an annual subscription, and the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description box down below to register will get a free trial of their premium membership. So don't forget to check out the link. But yeah, those are the languages that I speak, and yeah, definitely trying to perfect my Spanish, learn Spanish. I tried learning French, but it just didn't work for me, and I feel like Spanish is a little bit easier just to learn for me. The next question is, where are you from? I get asked this question a lot, and I think a lot of people think I'm from the islands, but your girl is not from the islands, okay? I'm actually from Nairobi, Kenya, and for those of you guys who don't know where Kenya is, which I'm pretty sure y'all should know, but Kenya is in East Africa, so I was born and raised there. You guys always comment down below like, oh, I hear an accent, where you from? I'm from Kenya. I get that question a lot, so I just wanted to clear that up. I also got a lot of questions on my Instagram about where I'm from and where I was raised. So I came here to the US when I was about 11 years old. Actually just turned 11. So I moved here with my sister, my dad, and my mom. Well, my mom had already been here, so I try to visit Kenya every year, but of course with like everything that's going on, I can't do that. But you know, if I could, I would be in Kenya every summer. But yeah, I visited very often before the pandemic happened. But yeah, that is where I am from. The next common question that I got is, where and when did I learn to do makeup? I first started wearing makeup in college. It just like, I think I was a freshman. Yes, I was a freshman in college, but the first time I ever put makeup was, I think, high school. I was just like playing around with like my mom's makeup and stuff. But when I first wore like a full face of makeup was when I was in college. I just used to play around with it. Like I remember I went to the mall, I picked up like a whole bunch of makeup products. They tested it on my skin and it was like a perfect match. And then when I went to college, I wore it. When I look at the pictures right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like so embarrassing. Like my makeup looked horrible, but that's always the case with somebody who's learning how to do makeup. You're never gonna be just a beast at makeup the first time you wear it, of course not. So I think I used to wear like a full face of makeup with like red lipstick, and I used to go to class like that. Like I was just like, girl, what is you doing? But yeah, that's the first time I ever wore makeup. But I learned to do makeup by practice. So I am a self-taught makeup artist. I wouldn't really say I'm a makeup artist. I would say like beauty YouTuber. Yes, beauty YouTuber. But I am self-taught. I never took classes to learn how to do makeup. And that's why I really like teaching you guys how to do makeup, because I feel like it's definitely doable. And especially if you're somebody who has a passion for learning how to do it, or you're just somebody who's really inspired to learn how to do makeup. I don't like charge for classes and things like that, just because I personally feel like makeup should be something where you get to have fun with it, you get to create it and enjoy it. So, you know, I just love also teaching like different techniques that I come about and things like that. And it's just a passion for me. I've always, when I started wearing makeup, like I fell in love with it like instantly, and it was something that I really wanted to learn a lot. You know, I wanted to keep learning how to apply makeup and, you know, just how to do a full face and create so many different looks. Next question that I got is, how do you edit your videos and do you use any plugins? So to edit my makeup videos on YouTube, I use Final Cut Pro. And as far as the plugins, I don't know like what the plugins are. I don't know if it's like transitions and stuff, but I don't edit my videos like as far as like filtering them out. I just take them from the camera, put them up on Final Cut, I edit it, and then I upload it on YouTube. But I also get a lot of questions about like the equipment that I use for filming. I have the links to everything that I use as far as like my camera and my lens. I don't have my lights on there because I can't find where I got the lights from. But as far as the camera and the editing software that I use, I have that in the description box down below. But to answer that question, I use Final Cut. I guess I would say I don't use any plugins like filters and stuff. I don't filter or edit my videos. I just cut them, put transitions. Sometimes I put some effects on there. Sometimes I add GIFs to the videos. But as far as like any other effects or plugins, I don't add any plugins to my video. The next question is very similar to the first question, which is, what are some tips you have for someone that is new to doing beauty videos on YouTube? The biggest tip that I can give somebody who's starting out on YouTube is consistency, guys. Like, there's a lot of people that think like they can just start YouTube and it's gonna be so easy for them. It really isn't easy. You sometimes look at some people and you're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, they did it and it looked so easy, so let me start it. Just be consistent, like, you know, just keep doing it. I would say create a posting schedule. Like, if you can do like once a week, do once a week. Like, if you can do twice a week, do twice a week. Don't do something that you see somebody else doing. Just because somebody's posting 3 times a week, you feel like you have to do that as well. Don't feel pressured to post. Like, this is not like a deadline. You don't have a deadline on YouTube, which is the good thing about it. So if you're creating content on YouTube, just have a consistent schedule. Give yourself the time that you have. If you have twice a week to post, then post twice a week. If you don't have that time and you only have once a week, that's fine. YouTube does not punish you for not posting if you can't post. Because sometimes I think a lot of people tend to think like they have to do what other people are doing, or YouTube will punish me for not posting. It doesn't really work like that. You know, YouTube does not punish you for not posting. And if you're first starting out, don't be shy. Like, don't let people discourage you. Don't, you know, at first I remember when I used to do my videos, I used to not like when people used to watch my videos in front of me because I never used to like hearing my voice. But nowadays, I really don't care. Like, I'm just like, whatever, you know, like, I don't care. So don't care what people have to say about you. Just keep doing it. Just know the more you do it, the better you get at it. Even if you don't like your first video, post it. Trust me, you want to see your growth. Like I mentioned, I regret deleting my old videos because I don't get to see my growth. I don't really get to see like where I started from. So, you know, that's one tip I would give you. Like, and don't feel like you have to perfect your videos, because at the end of the day, they ain't never gonna be perfect. I'm just letting you know that. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. So do your best and be consistent. All right, so I just went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera because I can't multitask while doing my eyebrows. I can't really talk while doing my eyebrows at the same time. I feel like it's very hard. So now I'm just gonna quickly do my eyes. I don't know if I want to keep it neutral. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of blush on my eyelids, but I'm just gonna go ahead and prime them first with concealer to cancel out all that oil and discoloration. All right, the next question is, I really like this question. It's, what content creation difficulties get to you? Okay, that's a really good question because I feel like it's something that I think when you're starting out doing YouTube, you don't really anticipate difficulties. You think it's just gonna be like a breeze and everything. But there are certain difficulties that I struggled with in the beginning. But right now, I wouldn't really say that I do. I feel like I've learned to really balance things out. For me, the first thing was, of course, being consistent. And that's why I've learned that, you know, I have to be consistent and create a schedule and things like that. So at first, it used to be like one of those things where it's like, it's hard for you to do something like this at the same time, like have like a full-time job or going to school full-time. It's really going to be hard to be consistent. Well, it was for me. You know, I feel like some people do a great job at it, but for me, it was just like really hard. But now, always perfect everything. Like, and so I started thinking like, me making these videos is really not for me. It's more so for the people who are watching. If I'm being very picky about everything that is within the video, honestly, like, I'm not going to be consistent. I'm not going to hit the goals that I want to hit, you know what I mean? Or I'm not going to get to where I want to get to, you know? My channel is not going to grow as much as I wanted to grow, and, you know, things like that. So I just learned that, you know, I don't need to be a perfectionist. Being a perfectionist is actually very counterproductive. You spend so much time nitpicking things that you don't really get to do the things that you should be doing. Like, you know, you're like worried about the wrong things. I stopped doing that. If I don't like the video, maybe I don't like the concept of the video, or maybe I didn't do the video the way I outlined it. And that's why now I plan my videos ahead of time. Whenever I plan my videos ahead of time, it's easier for me because it allows me to really know what, you know, I want the video to be about, how I want to present the information. It's just easier that way. So nowadays, I don't nitpick everything. If I don't like something, I just take it off, okay? And I post a video. And I always make sure to post videos that I think my audience would love. And that's the most important thing for me, is that you guys like the content. If you guys don't like it, I will ask, like, what do you guys think? If you say no, I'll be like, okay, trust me, ain't posting this again, okay? Because at the end of the day, the content is not for me, it's for you guys. So I like to pay attention to what my audience wants to see from my channel. So I hope that answers that question. Those are the difficulties that I was running into initially. Right now, I have like one thing that I feel like I can improve on, and it kind of does sometimes get to me, but sometimes I try not to pay attention too much to it. It's just like being consistent on every platform. Like, there's so many different platforms. There's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, so many of those things. And I feel like it's really hard to really be consistent and post on each platform. Like, for me right now, I'm really trying to be consistent on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. Because, girl, like, let me tell you something. There's too many platforms. And I feel like every time there's a new platform launching, and you have to be consistent on that as well, because you have to grow your audience everywhere. So for me, that's just one thing that I feel like I'm struggling with a lot, is just trying to post consistently on every platform. And it's a lot of work, honestly, you know, but it's definitely something I'm working on this year, and I'm hoping to perfect that as well. All right, so eyes finally done. So I went with a brown type of smoky eye, but it's more so like a natural smoky eye. This is like, has been like my go-to winter eyeshadow look because it's just so much easier. But now I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face, and I'm gonna move on to the questions that I asked on my YouTube community tabs. For those of you guys who don't follow me on there, if you guys have any questions or want to interact with me outside of like my YouTube videos, YouTube has a community tab where I can ask questions and you guys can comment. So I did ask you guys to ask me questions on there, and I got a few questions. I'm not going to be able to go over all these questions, but the first question is, what is your favorite color? So my favorite color is pale peach, and if you follow me on my lifestyle channel, you know that my apartment and my beauty room has a theme of pale peach. Except my living room, I did like a ocean blue type of color just because I wanted something different. But I love the color peach. So I like a pale peach because it's more so of like a pinker type of look, closer to white. And I don't like dark colors at all. Like, I'm like a light color type of person, so I like white. Pastel colors also like one of my favorites, but mainly my number one favorite color is pale peach. For makeup, my favorite color would be mauve. You guys already know that because everything that is a mauve I'm always like really excited about. So I would say mauve is my favorite color when it comes to like makeup. But as far as like anything else, picking up my favorite color would be like pale peach. The next question is, have you ever been married? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. I'm 26 years old, so I have never been married before. I am not married, not engaged, okay? So no. I got a lot of those questions actually, if I've ever been married. For whatever reason, I don't know, but the answer is no, I've never been married. The last question is, where's your favorite place to go on vacation? I don't know if that means like a place that I've been to or somewhere I want to be. My favorite place that I've been is Cabo in Mexico. It was absolutely beautiful, okay? I think I went a year ago or 2 years ago. I went in 2020 and it was absolutely beautiful. I would definitely go back to Cabo. A place that I really want to go is Bora Bora. That place looks bomb.com, okay? So that's definitely like my dream vacation. I also really want to go to Greece. There's so many places I want to travel. I want to go to Morocco. I want to go to Greece. But number one place that I really want to travel to is Bora Bora. Like, that's my dream vacation. I want to stay there for 7 days. Just be lost in the paradise island, okay? But yeah, that's it for the questions. I'm gonna quickly put on highlighter. This highlighter by e.l.f. Cosmetics is coming close to being my favorite. I really like it. I recently got it. I did a drugstore video and I've just been absolutely loving it. It's just been really natural. Sometimes when I don't want to put too much highlighter, this is what I've been really gravitating towards. Okay, so here we have it with the final look, and that is it for the questions. I try to answer as many questions as I possibly could, but if you guys have questions, just leave it in the comment section down below. I try to respond to every single comment on my videos, but I mean, of course, sometimes I might miss a few comments, but I do my best to actually like respond to everybody. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe because I would love to have you on the LJ family. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'.